Alright guys, Brian back here to talk about The Walking Dead episode 10 entitled The Next World. And here's the picture of basically the Talking Dead little promo, sneak peek, whatever you want to call it, with Rick and Daryl going after something. You don't know what it is, but you see some tire marks on there. So basically their car got stolen by this guy here, or their truck or whatever, by Jesus. Actor Thomas Paine plays Paul Monroe, nicknamed Jesus by his long hair and his look there, and Daryl even makes fun of that in the thing he actually makes there. He says, no, this guy calls himself Jesus. It's going to be funny in the episode, little quips in there too, but Jesus is a badass. He actually runs into Rick and takes at a gas station and takes the keys from him, the truck keys that they get, because they're trying to get supplies, and Jesus is trying to get the supplies too to take back to the Hilltop community. And he smooth talks Rick after they run into each other, and that he's not a threat, and they go on their ways. Rick's a little softer now after the craziness that happened, but Jesus is a badass, and we'll see what happens with that. And here is a picture with Abraham, basically running the show with Abraham and Michonne in the comics, and he basically can kick anyone's ass that he can get out of it. He does some martial arts and some whatever, but he's a survivor and he's a tough guy, and he's not the only one that's out there, hence a larger world. And he is with the Hilltop community, which we will meet that later this season, if not into next season, but probably later this season. I'm sure they'll get there, and he is not the only one there, for as you can see in this comic reference for that picture, and it's a good reference to that, and it's a good segue going forward for the next part of the season and in the series itself. Now, he gets captured because he wants to get captured, basically, and he in the comics, but in the show he gets into a fight with Rick and Daryl, escapes out of it. They overpower him a little bit. They tie him up. They leave him to realize that he got out on the truck on top of it, because he's a badass. I'm telling you, he is a badass. And so basically he's on top of the truck. Rick's gonna slam on the brakes. Jesus falls off. He gets out. They get on the trucks. They race down the way. They go after him. Daryl and Rick kind of split up because Rick's got to go after some walkers and clear the path, but Daryl and Jesus start fighting more and more, and Jesus gets knocked out in the process of it because the truck falls into a lake and gets there, but they end up taking him back to Alexandria, and then the problem ensues there. But again, he gets out later in the episode, so this is just a little bit of the spoilers that come for that. Now, this is another picture from AMC here, because we'll see that some time has passed in this episode. We don't know if it's been days or weeks or whatever, but we will be back for them, is what it says on there. And that's got to be the Saviors, from what Daryl did to the Saviors, because there's a truck in the very back of the episode. We know it lasts for 2 seconds of there, in the very back of the road in this picture here. It's not in this picture, but it comes there, and it literally happens there for 2 seconds, and it's so quick. But the Saviors will be back for their men. They know what happened. They will eventually find out who it is because of this badass here with the rocket launcher, Daryl Dixon. So check out, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, and thanks, guys.